how God works. Take my position, what is given with no concerns. Go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
In 2000, when you were 72, I interviewed you for the magazine, and I asked you if you considered yourself wise. And at the time, you answered, "Well, I'm en route."
That's true.
And how would you answer that now?
I'm en route.
You're still
I'm
en
further
route.
along than I was, but I'm still en route.
Mhm.
I don't know when I know enough. I know a lot, and I'm grateful for that. I know enough to try to live what I know.
Mhm.
Now that's a lot,
Well, that's a lot.
but I still don't have it all.
What do you think that you, Maya Angelou, everybody who quotes you, and I quote you, and then they quote me to you, and all, what do you think is the best piece of advice you've given?
Well,
Hmm.
well, I'm thinking that the best advice I've ever given, I hope, was that which I gave to my son when he was growing up. He said, I don't have any friends. How can I get some friends? And although I was very young, I told him two things. I told him, in order to get a friend, you have to be a friend. Be ready to be a friend. And also, I told him, there's a place in you that you must keep inviolate. You must keep it pristine, clean, so that nobody has the right to curse you or treat you badly. Nobody, no mother, father, no wife, no husband, nobody. Because that may be the place you go to when you meet God. You have to have a place that you say, stop it, back up.
Not
You
here.
must
want
not know.
No.
Absolutely. And that's one I told you 25 years ago.
Yes.
Say no when
Yeah.
it's no.
Yeah.
Say so. Back it up. Because that place has to remain clean and clear.
And that has to be a place within yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. That is the best advice. I know everybody who's watching is going to say, when people show you who they are, believe them. That's also very good.
It is good now.
Yeah. But nothing tops having the place inside
That's
yourself
right.
that nobody else
Nobody
has a
the
right to invade.
No.
Yes.
And when the person comes with rude language to you or invasive language to you, you have to be able to say, back up. Not me, you don't. Don't you know I'm a child of God?
What is the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
So many good things.
I know.
Yeah. I guess the greatest advice is to forgive. I don't anoint it with anything. I just forgive it.
But don't we forgive? I've tried to let people know on the show, as you have taught me over the years, that when you forgive somebody, doesn't mean you want to sit down and invite them to your table. No.
Indeed not. I just mean I'm finished with you.
You done.
Go away.
Yes.
Yes, you go away. Now I don't say go away and harm somebody else, but I do have to protect myself. I look like a ninny if I ask somebody else to protect me, and I'm not willing to protect myself.
Yeah, that's one of the great lessons that you've taught me too. You got to be willing to take care of this first.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have enough to give to other people.
Ma'am.
What it do, y'all? We are here live. We are here for another episode of The Great Joy Hunt. As per always, I'm Andrew Defy, a.k.a. the Gorilla Poet Laureate, a.k.a. the Hoodie God, a.k.a. Spittin' Quarantino, a.k.a. I wear my sunglasses indoors at all times because my eyes are as sensitive as my heart is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was Maya Angelou and Oprah Winfrey, of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see it. You see it. Decided to go with the cartoon beard this morning because I'm feeling good. Feeling great. I figured out how to turn myself into a cat last week, and I'm just having fun with all the things I can do nowadays. So first and foremost, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I just did a regular check-in. I had a really busy week last week, and then also a really emotional week last week, and I needed to take some time just to get my own vibration right. I can't be sitting here with y'all helping you get your vibrations right if my vibration ain't right. You know what I mean? So trying to lead through the clarity of my example. So just took a few, and then had that really great show Monday with Rashawn. Yesterday, wanted to really spend some time. Just kind of soaking everything in, you know what I mean? I got up, I did some good writing on the book, got to sit in the sunshine, which is huge. Just trying to get myself back to my normal space. After what was a very emotional week last week, you know what I mean? Grief is a wild thing, but also looking at it and realizing, it's easy to be joyful when things are going good and when things are going your way. But when things are, when the grief hits, you know what I'm saying? When the tension hits, when the stress hits, when the anxiety hits, it's a little bit different. So really just spend a lot of time thinking about that and came to the conclusion that joy is not happiness. You know what I'm saying? Joy can go where happiness can't go. When you are sad, when you are grieving, happiness can't go there, but joy can. You know what I'm saying? I hear the little tap of little feet. Come on. You trying to get joyful this morning? So yeah, that's where I've been. But I am back and better than ever. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. You know what time it is. What's your number?
This how God works. Take my position, what is given with no concerns. Go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
What is your number, y'all? You ain't got to tell me, but you can leave it in the comments. You know what I mean? What is your number? How you doing today on a scale of 1 to 10? How you feeling on a scale of color? If you had a cartoon beard, what color would it be? You know what I'm saying? You could give me your favorite animal, the animal you feel like on a scale of Tyrannosaurus to worm. You could also give me the food. You know what I mean? We could have a food scale. You know what I mean? Part of the Great Joy Hunt is making up your own scale and not letting anyone else make up the scale for you. You know what I mean? You know how to measure yourself best. You are the expert in finding your own joy. So, where are you at today on a scale of 1 to 10? If you want to chime in the comments, feel free to do so. Myself, I would say I'm probably at about a 7, which is a little low for me. As you see, I'm drinking water this morning. I have not had my juice just because I haven't gone grocery shopping. I got to do that first thing this morning. I just got into my zone yesterday. Okay. So I got some old man issues going on. I got to stretch a little bit, but that's where I'm at today. Where are you at? This is what the fuck I'm talking about right here. Laurel says, on a scale of sloth to kangaroo, I'm a buffalo. Fuck yeah, you are. Fuck yeah, you are. So, we do just a real quick check. I'd like to encourage everybody to check in with yourself in the morning and at night. Just kind of see where you're at, what your number is. Also, there's no wrong numbers here. You know what I'm saying? This isn't dialing a phone. You know what I mean? I realized last week, there were moments in the afternoon where I was at a 2. And I started feeling shame about that. And it was yo, don't feel shame for the way that you feel. You know what I mean? If you're at a low number, just be at a low number. You know what I mean? It's important that you know where you're really at and that you're not faking the funk for anyone else. You know what I mean? So that's that, y'all. That is that. And I think we're done with what's your number. And I want to get into a very scientific version of the Great Joy Hunt.
This how God works. Take my position, what is given with no concerns. Go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
So, you know what's dope is my homie actually just hit me the other day and was like, yo, what was that? What is that song that you be using for the Joy Hunt? Because I got it in my head. I was just like randomly humming it all day. And that's what we do. I walk around with that in my head all day. So I figure y'all got to walk around with it in your head all day as well. Good morning, Rocky. How you doing, man? What's your number? How you feeling today? We just getting into it. We just getting into the Great Joy Hint. And today I got something really special. I geek out on the science, especially the science of well-being, the science of joy. And I have got something for you. My homegirl has been gaming me up on mirror neurons. Some of y'all know about these. Some of you are like, what are you talking about right now? I'm talking about mirror neurons. And these are the things that, I always tell young artists, especially, but everyone, you are the 5 people you hang around with the most and that you interact with the most. So be careful about who you got around you. That's something I learned when I went through rehab. Had to change people, places, and things. And as soon as I got around the Soul Collective crew, my whole life changed because the people, they had this thing. They had this thing that I couldn't really tell you what it was. You know what I mean? I just knew that they were happy and I wasn't. They had this light and I didn't. So I wanted to get into a little bit of the science of that. So y'all, peep this little video. This is on mirror neurons. Geek out on this. Dun, dun, dun. Da-na-na.
Let me take you back to the early 1990s. Sleepy little laboratory in Parma, Italy. And scientists had a MRI brain scanning machine on a macaque monkey as the macaque monkey was trying to open up a nut. They wanted to see how the neurons would light up. So the monkey's trying to open up the nut, the neurons light up. And just by serendipity, and this is how science sometimes happens, a human being walked into the laboratory. I don't know if it was by mistake, and he was hungry. He saw the nuts and opened up one of the nuts and tried to crack it open. The macaque monkey was totally shocked because who was this invader in his laboratory? And he didn't move. He just gazed at this human trying to open up the nut, just like he had done a few seconds earlier. And then the scientist looked on the MRI brain scanner. The same exact neurons were lighting up when he observed the human being opening the nut as when the monkey opened the nut. And the scientists had not a clue as to what this was. They thought the MRI machine had broken. They then began to put MRI brain scanning machines on other primates, especially chimpanzees with our big neocortex. Then they went to humans. And what they found over and over again is something called mirror neurons. And that is that we are apparently soft-wired, some of the primates, all humans. We suspect elephants. We're not sure about dolphins and dogs. We've just begun. But all humans are soft-wired with mirror neurons so that if I'm observing you, your anger, your frustration, your sense of rejection, your joy, whatever it is, and I can feel what you're doing, the same neurons will light up in me as if I'm having that experience myself. Now, this isn't all that unusual. We know if a spider goes up someone's arm and I'm observing it going up your arm, I'm going to get a creepy feeling. We take this for granted, but we are actually soft-wired to actually experience another's plight as if we are experiencing ourselves. But mirror neurons are just the beginning of a whole range of research going on in neuropsychology and brain research and in child development that suggests that we are actually soft-wired, not for aggression and violence and self-interest and utilitarianism, that we are actually soft-wired for sociability, attachment, as John Bowlby might have said, affection, companionship, and that the first drive is the drive to actually belong. It's an empathic drive.
You're going to walk around all day today thinking about mirror neurons. And then you're going to game all your homies up on mirror neurons. Like, yo, how are you such a nerd all of a sudden? Yo, YouTube University. You know what I mean? So, just this idea of like watching the energies that you're around, because it does make your brain fire off the same things. You know what I mean? If you're constantly around people who are frustrated or angry, who are constantly like just going off, then your brain does the same thing. It walks you through the same processes if you're going off, or if you're angry, or if you feel hurt. You heard them, we are soft wired to empathy, y'all. So just something to think about as far as who you're around, what you're letting your intake be, who you're watching, who your examples are. It's crucial. And there's science behind all of it. You know what I mean? The science behind a lot of this stuff is just coming out. It's just being released. We've been talking about manifestation for years, with people being like, what? Manifest, huh? Oh, that's woo-woo. Like, get out of here with that. And all of a sudden, there's starting to be all kinds of scientific studies being released from the CIA around the effectiveness of manifestation and meditation. So there's a lot. There's a lot coming out now that's really backing up a lot of the things that some of us have inherently believed for a very long time, that have been part of spiritual practices for hundreds and hundreds of years. So that's the great joy hint today. Also, it is Wednesday. So if you want to join me on the Great Joy Hunt, if you want to be a guest on the Great Joy Hunt, the link is right there in the comments. All you got to do is click that shit and you will show up right in the green room, and I can bring you on screen and we can have a little conversation about joy and whatever else you want to talk about. You know what I mean? You want to do a little performance or something? Jump on in. So this is the day of the week that I open it up to just the world. Whoever wants to join in, feel free to do so. In the meantime and in between time, let's get to the reason that you're all here. Where's your joy at?
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
Where's your joy at, y'all? If you are tuned in on the live stream right now, tell me where your joy is coming from. What are you grateful for this morning? We are cultivating gratitude, because gratitude and joy go together like me and cute ass pug dogs. You know what I'm saying? So what are you grateful for this morning? Leave it in the comments. And as we do this, part of the reason that we do this so publicly and in the comments is because people will come through later on today, jump into the show, and they'll see what you're grateful for. And maybe that sparks some gratitude in them. You know what I mean? We're mirror neurons, y'all. Mirror neurons, so that if someone sees you being grateful, it triggers the same thing in their brain that they should be grateful. You know what I'm saying? So what are you grateful for today? Where is your joy coming from today? I'll tell you one of my joys. I think we overlook a lot of things. I try to be the kind of joy hunter that is consistently thankful for the same things. Hedonic adaptation plays a role in getting us not to be thankful for the same things. But yesterday I went to get in the shower, and before the water had heated up, like, I put my arm in and I was like, damn, I am thankful for hot water. Like, the whole process of being able to heat water up through the pipes before it comes to me, so I don't have to take a freezing cold shower. Like, I'm not the one. You catch me in the middle of summertime and my shower is still hot. You know what I mean? So I'm super thankful for that. I'm super thankful for it's about time that I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be over here by myself. Like, I don't got anybody to impress. So, every once in a while, I'll be like, when was the last time I showered? And anytime I got to ask that question, it means it's time to shower, Andrew. But the hot water, for doing dishes, for taking showers, just so that you don't have to be freezing all the time. That's huge. And it was something that I was just like so overwhelmingly grateful for in that moment. And then just the ability to be present. You know what I mean? I'm very thankful for the ability to be present right now. I've been really focused a lot on this idea that the past is a reason for anxiety and memories, and the future is just anxiety and worries about things that are possibilities, and that the present is really all that we have. And I had a moment yesterday I was trying to write a poem about the moment on my phone, and then my dog came up, and we're out in the sunshine just chilling. She wants to be the fucking cutest thing ever and just roll over on top of me and cuddle and I'm like, yo, this is the actual present moment. You know what I mean? Like, not me writing about the moment so that I can perform it for y'all sometime down the road, like the actual moment. You know what I mean? I'm also really joyful for this cartoon beard. Yo, it's looking real proper. You know what I mean? Like, looking real proper. My actual real beard is looking pretty proper underneath this too, but y'all ain't gonna see that today because I felt cartoony. Let's see. Laurel chimed in. My oldest son is taking my mom and I to dinner tonight, and I can't wait. Yo, come on, y'all remember this. Y'all remember this moment in life. For me, I got my first car, and I bought my dad. My dad's a big circus fan. My dad loves the circus, especially Ringling Brothers. And I bought him Ringling Brothers tickets. And it was like, that was my, like, oh, man, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you to dinner and take it. Of course, I locked the tickets in the car, and we had a whole melee issue before I got to do that. But I hope that goes fantastic. Shout out to your oldest son. And you know what it means when you got an amazing kid? That they got an amazing parent. You know what I'm saying? So, pat yourself on the back a little bit there. Let's see. Where's everybody else's joy at? Where's your gratitude at? I see a bunch of y'all here on the live stream. I only see a couple of y'all chiming in. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is a safe place for your joy. Heather says, same. So thankful to just be here. And like, yo, it sounds so simple, but it's so real. Right? Like, just to be here. I got a unique outlook on that, where a lot of people, it's hard. It's hard for me to take days for granted. You know what I mean? I was told my entire life that I wasn't supposed to be here. I was told my entire life that I had an expiration date. I was told my entire life that I outlived my expiration date. So, number one, doctors don't know everything. But number two, just being grateful and finding that gratitude to, like, be here and be in the moment. You know what I mean? I had this second yesterday where I was like, fuck, I want to leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm stuck in this fucking house. I can't go outside. I can't be with my friends. I can't, and I started, spinning on that for a second. And then I was like, damn, though, look at this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got heat right now. Some of the fam out in Texas does not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got family going through it. So just to adjust my own paradigm to be like, yo, thank you for this house. Thank you for this space, to just be. You know what I'm saying? Heather chiming in, grateful for my kids and to celebrate them on my birthday, celebrating recovery, 1+ years. Yo, congratulations. Yo, congratulations. And I love you. And I'm hella proud of you. Like, folks don't understand that recovery shit is no joke. Like, that's white knuckle work. You know what I mean? So, like, when you hit that year, like, that shit's huge. So, celebrate real big. That you can't celebrate too big for that right now. You know what I mean? So, shout out to everyone who's going through that process. It's beautiful to see as someone who, made it to the other side of that. Man, there's no better feeling. And, I think you can probably relate, right? Like, I always used to explain it where it was like the Billie Jean video, or MJ's like walking and then the next step lights up for him. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I really felt about when I got into recovery and really started working my program, not the program, my program, because everyone has their own. I do believe you are the expert on you. But yeah, like, yo, we all celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole community here that's celebrating with you as well. You know what I mean? So it's so huge, and we all so proud of you. That's so dope. We all about that life. Let's see. Laura says, I'm not a good mirror today, so I'm here to soak up your joy reflections. That makes me grateful for the hunt. Yo, and that's the cold truth about mirror neurons. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just got to adjust your focus to where you at. You know what I mean? There are certain people in my life, and I think we all got these people in our lives, right? That like, they ain't who I want to be staring at with these mirror neurons. You know what I mean? Like there's some folks who you know, they stay focused in a negative place. They stay focused on the negative things, and that can really fuck with us. So, you know, I'm happy to be here as a joyful thing to stare at, to get your neurons aimed at. I don't what's the word I'm looking for. Y'all can't see how much hair I'm just accidentally brushing off of this dog. Every jacket I own is a pug hair coat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, Laura, you get it. I love you. I'm here for it. And, you know, I try to, you know, it's interesting because, you know, when I'm not a good mirror, I tend to stay away from the show. That was part of last week's breaks. So I definitely hear that and I feel that. So yeah, the science of mirror neurons is super real, dude. So, you know, we all here, everybody Care Bear stare your joy at Laura right now so that we could get her mirror neurons readjusted for the day. You know what I'm saying? Laurel says, I'm at 6+ years. You can reach out if you ever need to. I'm here for you. Yo, I'm saying you got a whole community here that is super proud of you and super here for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, that was such a big part for me. Was I can't, man, I can't say enough about the recovery process as far as it relates to this self-love journey so much. You know what I mean? For me, I realized like, you know, and this might be a little controversial, and I'm not saying it's the same for everybody as it is for me, but for me, my addictions weren't necessarily physical. Now they were physical addictions at the moment, but you know, for me, I think everything starts in the spirit. And I had so much self-hatred that I wanted to feel different than I felt. Right. So it went so hand in hand with the self-love work and realizing like, yo, this is why, you know, I used to roll over and like I wouldn't even open my eyes and I'm feeling around on the nightstand for whatever I have left over from the night before. You know what I'm saying? And then as I get further into that process, and I realized like, yo, this is what this was the trigger for me, you know, and then it kind of pushes me into doing this like real self-love work and digging into that. So like you starting on a really beautiful process and you ain't even starting, you know what I mean? Like you a year deep, like that. Shit, I go by the advice of if you could do it for 3 days, you could do it forever. If you could do it for a year, like, then you got it. You know what I mean? And again, you got a bunch of folks here who are like, yeah, we got you anytime you need it. So if you are tuned in, we're getting a little sidetracked right now because we celebrating. Come on, Heather. Celebrating big today. Fuck around and Postmates you a cake over there. So, you know, I'm saying we big proud. Yeah, if you are tuned in on the live stream, we got another minute or two. You know what I mean? If you want to chime in with your joy, if you want to chime in with your thoughts on the episode, you want to chime in with mirror neurons, you know what I'm saying? You got some thoughts on that. If you did not catch the Great Joy Hint, if you are joining us late, definitely go back and watch that. The science of mirror neurons is huge and definitely plays such a big role in what we go through on a daily basis. And I think that's it's just an important thing for people to know. You know what I mean? We're going to keep digging up the science of this joy. And I'm glad to be back here with y'all. It was really, really nice to catch up with everybody. I do need to go order some juice stuff though, because y'all know me. I'm lagging behind these sunglasses. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna get to that today. I think everybody's checked in with their joy. I think we cultivated some joy. I think we got some numbers higher than when we started. My beard is just looking fantastic, and yeah, I think that's about it for today, y'all. But yo, like, keep hunting that joy. It works. As someone who was like real deep in the grief process last week, I'm just trying to tell y'all, it works when you hunt that joy. So until the next time, I'm Andrew Defy, and I love you, and you can't do shit about it.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Go, 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 go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.